Hey, this podcast is brought to you by Nirvana Center, the one and only weed sponsor of The Final Stop. I mean, stop and smell the flowers.
Stop and smell the flowers. That's all I can do, especially with Nirvana Center's great deals. They have the best concentrate, edibles, and regular priced flower at any rate, at any speed, however you want to do it. They got it for you. Please go to Nirvana Center, and while you're there, say, hey, I learned about this from The Final Stop.
Welcome to the Final Stop, boys.
Is that how it starts?
I don't know. That's how I imagined it started.
What? Why did you put your hand on my arm?
Hey, welcome back to the Final Stop podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegad, live from the ever-glorious Mescal Manor, where the rules are wacky mocked to. I'm your host over here on the side table.
Are you still the host, Daniel Bridgegad?
I'm literally having a seizure because you're not on the other side of the country. And sitting right next to me is the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat. It's Tristan Bowling.
Hi. One of these beers is mine.
All right. Over here on the side table, it's the big man himself, the King Rizzler. It's Andrew Rihanna. What's up?
The Grimace Shake himself.
And
what a dickhead. Why? We were friends before this, too.
Let me get this right. In studio, all the way from New York. He's been boop-bopping around with you. He was in Austin. He's hanging out. The kid's sexy, and he's half Indian. It's Wolfgang Hunter.
What's up, y'all?
I like the schmooze.
See, I like when he matches my energy. You don't match my energy.
To be fair, he didn't match your energy. He matched it with something that you liked. Yeah. He's giving it like a
no. Don't
what's
listen.
Up, baby
don't
girl?
listen to his. Don't listen to his Yakubian evil, dude.
Whoa, I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
You can't hit him with really black words. He won't get it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot you incubated in the white.
Quick, say
the white
Tashiki. I'll start glitching.
Yeah. Well, Yakub was an evil scientist that invented white people to tempt the black.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, dude.
There's like a Doc
That's
Ock
black
of the world.
Israelite
Dude,
logic, right?
I was not kidding when I've hung out with some real motherfuckers.
Wait, do you legally have to say this from a hood of the car? Can you just say it like this?
You can say it like that, but there's like a second part of it that will lead into anti-Semitic waters, and I won't do that to the chosen people. I disagree with the sentiments.
No, that's what the Patreon episode.
No, like,
we just filmed.
no, but like I'll put it without like getting into it, so Tristan can rest and sleep easy.
What the fuck?
Basically,
Yeah, because
Why is it me?
because
you're
you're the manager. Dude.
We both have jobs
I
that
know.
we need.
Essentially, it's like shit. Nick Cannon was like when he was like on one, dude, when he was cooking.
when he was in
you
the
mean
studio.
Back when he was sipping from Waters of Truth.
Yeah.
Back then.
Before they got him medicated and denubiated.
Do you mean when America's Got Talent doubled down and didn't cut his contract? Is that the time you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, how funny would it be if it just comes out that Simon Cowell is just the biggest anti-Semite of all time?
It would make, 1,000% sense. You're telling me you couldn't see that guy on like an island where they just like process young Jewish boys? If it came out, I'd be like, duh.
Well, I initially started One Direction as a band called The Final Direction.
Yeah. And the Final Stop took their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final direction.
We stopped in Poland.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that would have been a hot name. The Final Direction.
I actually really wanted to fight when they wanted to put Zayn in the band. I thought maybe he
Yeah.
was, I didn't really approve of the miscegenation.
I fought against Zayn.
Zayn.
I think a hot group of guys can still get it done. If you put together 4 or 5 hot
Well,
group
that's
of
the
dudes
thing
that can
about-
hold a note for a while.
As a fellow mixed guy, it's the
You
thing
can say
about
hot guy.
being
We're
mixed.
excluding
No,
these
but this is
bozos.
about being mixed. This is a being mixed take. Is that if you're mixed, you're either like handsome or you're just dog shit ugly and like just the best argument for racism.
There's nothing, and there's not in between.
Welcome
There's
to the
no-
couch and the side table.
There is
Yeah.
no, dude. There's a reason I'm fucking perched up because I fucking see all, dude. I'm high above all of you. I see the horizon.
Do you understand that you're a hot guy, or do you kind of go through life just being like, nah?
I'm
Because
like,
nothing pisses me off more than a hot guy who refuses to believe it. Because you're
No.
like, no. Some of this,
I'm mentally very ugly. I'm ugly on the
don't be a
inside.
dickhead. Don't
No,
take the stance.
dude,
don't
I'm
take
not,
the stance.
I'm not
on me
trying to
right
go
now.
Linkin Park mode. I'm
Okay,
just saying,
jawline, perfect 5 o'clock shadow.
I'm
Keep
like
taking the stance.
I'm a good boyfriend. I'm not like a guy that can play the field because it's like when I have like a girlfriend, like my brain does this reflexive thing. When like if a girl's flirting with me, like I'll never pick up on it, but my brain in the command center, they're like, "Oh, she's flirting on with him." Is like, dial up the autism. And I'm like, hey, you want to hear about World War II? And like,
we take that in such different ways because I'm a great boyfriend also, but I get off on I'll never cheat, but I get off on being wanted. I love that
No,
shit.
dude, I'll like go in with like I'm so good at icking girls out by just doing things that are just like genuine to me. Like I'll have like a backpack on in a bar or something, and just like women will be disgusted for
Yeah.
just for
Okay,
little
so you
things.
guys are more up because you'll do the same thing where a girl hits on you and you're just like like you just pretend you have no clue that she's like throwing ass your way.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't have any clue. Like,
I was at a bar one time and a girl's like, "It's crazy, you know, like I had a bad date before this, and that's like that led me here, and you know, you were hanging out to go watch your friend do comedy, and you're here. It's just crazy, you know." The way the night went out, I was like, "Yeah, I mean, like it's all just random probability if you think about it." It's just like,
just shooting yourself in the cock immediately.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all random probability. If it was a little more random and you were a little bit more hot, we would end up fucking, but
Yeah.
not in this scenario.
Yeah, this is random probability. You just put one in a 6-shooter and just put it at your crotch. You're like, bang! All right.
So you're not a what I would call you're like a dog.
No,
You're
not
not
a
out, you're
dog.
not out like
But like
running amok. Are you
I-
single right now?
no, I have a girlfriend, but
Okay, so you're not out running amok.
No, I'm not running them.
How long have you been with this girlfriend?
Decent amount of time now. Coming up like on the we're just
You don't got to put a number on it to expose yourself to other females who may not be said girlfriend.
no,
is-
like it's like
he's like,
We have 2 females that listen
No,
to
we
the
had
show.
we had
One
an
of them
interv-
is my mother.
we had an anniversary. I just like I get
Okay.
weirder like about like I just like have to think about what I'm saying before I say it because it's
Yeah.
like I'm part of this like weird space on Twitter from like some of the guys I'm tight with that are big on there that like I do have people that like parasocially like are already into me. Like I'm poor and they still have like a vested interest in my life. So I really don't like them like knowing like who like what my mom's like name is or things
Really?
like that. Yeah, just because like they'll
Yeah,
find them
thank
and
you.
they'll fucking pester them and I'd like I'll ruin my life with all of this. I'll like run like all the wasted potential. I'm fine with that. I will not ruin my family's life.
well, I
with,
guess
like,
you have that option, and you have less of an option because your last name is like not super common.
You have less of an option because you're eating ice on the fucking
Yeah.
show. Stop doing
Could you hear that?
yes,
From
Stop
here.
My
eating
bad.
ice.
My bad.
No,
yeah,
but
stop
I have.
stimming, bro.
Yeah. My mom. I have my last name is Bridgegad. There's 2 of us in the world. Like you could find my mom with
There's
a
another-
very small.
Wolfgang Hunter, and he looks exactly like me.
But I'm saying, really,
Yeah.
Wolfgang Hunter looks exactly like you.
Yeah, I showed him.
Yeah.
What are the odds of another Wolfgang? Because like Wolfgang's, I'm sure it's a common name in some
Dude.
regions, probably not America, but like Wolfgang Hunter.
Yeah, and he's like got a sick life. He's like really good at music, and his dad is too. His dad like wrote the Get Swifty song, I think, for Rick and Morty. His dad like has an.
Have you tried to Jew your way into some royalties?
No, dude. I'm just like, please don't like be famous. This is like the one cool thing I have going for me is a sick
Can you
name.
imagine you pop off and then I mean like, are you the Get Swifty Wolfgang? And you're like, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes,
Matter
let,
of fact,
let me on Kill Tony.
Yeah, you're doing.
Yeah.
You're coming off stage doing sets, signing a bunch of Rick and Morty posters, just being like, "Yeah, dude, I
Merch.
buy some merch."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not bad. There's a famous Daniel Gadd. Before I changed my name to Bridgegad, it was just Gadd. He's a drummer who's on some like Norwegian what, and you're like, I wish it wasn't. I wish I had like is there
Just
famous
no-
Tristan Bowling?
Just dwarf rock.
Are you familiar?
With
First
what?
of all, you did about 9 minutes worth of a David Attenborough Lord of the Rings kind of intro. Are you a big dwarf fan by any means?
I think they're like mystical and filled with wonder and joy.
Do you know what dwarf rock is?
I know like the dwarf wrestling.
Dwarf rock.
So we're saying 2 different things.
No, you're talking about actual little people that like they're just, that's being pimped out by full
These are
size people.
5'6" guys in wool.
No, I just want to show you the other Wolfgang Hunter real quick.
Holy hell! You guys do kind of look similar.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
No, but like to have like the de facto cool guy name and to another guy have it and be like, well, in my mind I was like, it'd be cool if we were different like races or something. It's like no, we
Right.
both just look like ambiguous.
What's Wolfgang ethnically? Is that Indian?
German.
German. Yeah, German.
Specifically
Oh,
Austrian.
is that your white? Are you German?
German and Scotch Irish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandma on my dad's side is like Moravian, which is like a type of like German immigrant. My dad's dad is like Scotch Irish. Well, they're both dead now.
See, I wish I knew all that like backstory that you have because I'm black and Jewish, so like both sides of my shit got, ancestrally fucked. So I have like no clue. I know Russian Jews back to like right before the Holocaust, and then after that, nothing. And then on the chocolate side, I mean, that's
Y'all up though.
Yeah, y'all,
hey, y'all is up though. Have you
Yeah,
seen
y'all
TV?
up.
That's just
man.
Yeah, y'all up though.
Lenny Kravitz, man, he's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah. Isn't her Lenny Kravitz's daughter?
No, that's
You mean Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, like the girl that played Catwoman is Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
But you mean the I could see how you draw that connection though. You're like the multi-talented.
The thing is, I saw Lenny. The reason why is I saw Lenny Kravitz and her perform at the Grammys, and like I thought it was like the introduction of like being like, oh, here's him, and then his daughter comes out. I'm like, it was like her fucking dude. She shreds.
Now his daughter's just kind of like a B-list actor who, not B-list, but like A- list who fucks a bunch of rappers.
Do you think he wishes his
no,
daughter
dude,
was
Batman
her?
is a good movie. That's an A movie.
The Batman? You're
The
talking
Batman.
about with
She
the
was in
Twilight
the-
nigga? No, I saw the Batman. You're talking about the Batman?
Yeah,
You thought it was aight?
It was a good movie.
dude, that's a movie. That was like a freedom cry for autistic man everywhere. I literally like that was
Yeah, I
the
get
first
that.
viral bit I had on it. I didn't even like write it. Like I just like ranted autistically about Batman for 5 minutes and happened to catch it on like video. And it was like, yeah, that like was when I started putting out internet stuff. That movie.
What was the bit?
It was like, well, there's like 3 parts of it, but the part that really hit and like people liked on the internet was like I was like complaining that like everybody's like, this Batman's autistic, and I was like, yeah, he has to be autistic. That's what Batman is. It's like if you were to describe a guy being like, yeah, there's this guy dressed up as a bat and doing karate. I'm like, yeah, that's autism. It's like, no, but he only
That's
comes
not
out at
bad.
night and he lives in a cave and makes gadgets. I'm like, that's super autism. And I did like a thing where I was like doing like the next Batman movie should have like the Joker being like, all right, Batman, I have 2 trains.
Yeah.
Like, I like trains. It's like that's nice, Ben. I know you
Yeah.
like trains, but we have 2 trains wired to Blues. Like, what kind of trains? Like, that's really not important, Batman. And it's like, I have 2 trains wired to Blues, and he just starts beating the shit out of Joker. It's like, psh, 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 psh. It's like, no, Batman, it's a metaphor for capitalism. Like, shut up, Joker, that's gay.
That makes
You're
sense. dude.
blowing up trains.
You're blowing up trains. I don't like that. Commissioner Gordon, can we get ice cream since I beat up Joker? He's like, yes, Batman, we can get ice cream. It's like, yes, when are we going to go get ice cream? I'm so excited. Like, when are we? I can't believe it.
Yes, Batman.
And I did it like off the dome, just at a friend's show, and like it was the most fun I've ever had on stage.
That is pretty funny because like most normal billionaires are like, you know, I'm gonna go fuck a prostitute and clear a porterhouse and go drink some fucking mezcal and go to bed. This
No,
guy's like,
Aikido.
the whittler must be stopped.
He keeps asking me questions.
Yeah. He keeps saying questions weirdly.
Where we and Willie Wowed.
Scarecrow can't tap into his brain. He gets scared when he.
He's just like, Scarecrow is like, let's see what's in your mind. He's like, I don't get it. I really don't know what's
Just
going.
TV static.
Yeah, just like him coming out being like, whoa, oh my god.
I know I'm a therapist, but I
Yeah,
need therapy after this.
He goes up against Mr. Fu. He's like, stop! I have sensory issues.
Yeah.
It's too cold. It's too cold. I don't like it.
It's crazy how we had a group discussion before this. We're like, all right, let's keep it real. 5 out of 10.
That being said, fucking, this is a real autistic man.
Yeah.
this is
I really haven't.
You know what it is? You do the voice good enough, it's excusable.
Yeah.
If you did a real fuck, if you're just like,
Well,
"Rrr," if you're
or
like,
if
no,
you like
no.
my fucking redneck friend has a great bit, and because if you do comedy in redneck voice, but you're still kind of eloquent, like you get away with murder. Like that's why Theo Von's so good on podcasts. But he's like but like Aaron has like this.
Yeah,
bit.
Dr. Phil built a fucking empire off of that.
Yeah. But dude, Aaron like is like, you know what? The only gripe I have with autism, man, is like nobody ever like lets you know that a kid has autism when they're doing some of the cool shit that autistic people can do. Like I'm never at like a violin concerto and some dude up there shredding and he's like, hey, he has autism. It's like, I know it's sick. It's always like some kid biting my leg and taking a piss on my J's, man. And then his mom comes like, oh, it's okay, he has autism. It's like it's never when they're triumphing.
Bro, the southern accent can be like, it gets generally looked at as like these niggas aren't smart or whatever, but it also is like multiple presidents, so it has a fucking sick range.
It's like, well, it's like the well-read Southerner. It's like, you know, it's the basis of like fucking just smooth talking girls. Like if you look like any like Clark Gable movie, dude, it's just like that dude was like that was the real Rizzler, dude.
Yeah, dude, just like a bunch.
Riddle me this, Batman. How do you talk to girls? I don't know. Bisexual women keep throwing themselves at me, and I keep fumbling to bag.
Wolfgang saw my huge penis at a naked show.
And he got mad.
Yeah.
I had to beat him up with karate and aikido.
Yeah.
Dude, your Down syndrome voice or whatever is so autism. It would be. All right.
I speak.
Is there a difference? Is it like the DR in Haiti? There's like a definitive line in the sand.
Yeah, that's actually the best way to put it. Like autism is Puerto Rico and Down syndrome is the DR. That's why they call it the DR.
The Down Syndrome Republic.
Yeah, so I was getting like mad kuo the other day. Shorty rolled up. She had the fattest ass. It was mad stupid. She was talking on some dummy fic shit. She was thicker than a ball.
In the Dominican Republic who calls soccer football, or vice versa, football soccer. Yeah. You guys want to play soccer? No. Stop.
I like baseball, but I can't figure out who's on first.
Just go into
Go full Rain Man.
Go full.
How did you know you could do that voice? That had to be alone in your room. You're just like,
I learned that watching
Soccer.
South Park. A lot of voices I've learned watching South Park because it's like the fucking Nathan guy who's like, "Damn it, Mimsy!"
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's where I learned it from.
Damn it, Mimsy.
And you just modulate it from there. And then also like I did work with like special needs kids a little bit when I was in high school. Because it's like when I was in
oh, so you're just a bad person. Instead of being like, let's make sure David's not fucking with the real scissors.
No,
you're like,
I
anyway.
Nah, dude. I wasn't as good as the other. Because like it's funny. Two guys that bullied me in middle school, they ended up working heavily with kids with Down syndrome. That's like a separate point. It's just very funny that they call me
ended up having
retarded.
Down syndrome. Like, fucking, that's what they get, bro.
They had to make it up, dude. They bullied an autistic guy, so they hung out with the fucking Downs dudes. But they ended up being good people. I'm not a good person, I guess. But I learned. I was in student congress, and like there's this guy that
Were you?
Yeah, and there was
Did you hold a title?
No, they did not let me hold titles. They literally made me do all the technology shit. like in true autist form. And my other job was like I hung out often with the kid that was the representative from the special needs class. He had autism, but he had more autism than me, obviously.
So he was an autistic kid that outranked you?
Well, no, I outranked.
You had to report back to him?
No, it's more like, you know how like we were talking
see
about.
these stars on my jacket, boy?
I'm a
You
general.
see these stars? You respect my rank, motherfucker.
And give me some crayons.
You go down and tell me every connecting train from Manhattan to Brooklyn. I want to hear
Right now, tell me our geographic coordinates, latitude and longitude,
Yeah.
down to the decimal.
I want to hear the J, the Z,
No,
the 4.
it was more of like a situation of like, you know how like Goofy has a dog, but his dog's more of a dog than him.
Yes.
It's like that. Like we both had it, but he had it more.
It's a very eloquent way to call autistic people dogs, but yeah, that's pretty.
Well, it's
fucking
technically me
sick.
disparaging myself.
Yeah.
It's like you called yourself like a golden retriever, which is like a smart, well-to-do, good around children, and then you called them like a fucking hairless chihuahua.
Speaking, if we want to
No.
really highlight,
No, I was gonna go pit bull because they're fucking dude. They're
Biters.
sick.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say
great with children, diminished by the media.
Yeah, dude,
I was just gonna say no, that white women have a lot of affection and compassion for them.
Yeah, wrong.
That's so sad. No, speaking of social cues with Mr. Wolfgang, let me tell you about my conversation with the guy who booked South by Southwest.
Just know that no matter how he tells this, I'm so strong, dude. I'm so physically
You're the strong. Yeah,
I like that. Taking avert physicality before the story starts. Man after my own heart. Keep going.
Yeah, no. So me and Wolfgang and his buddy, you bastard, I was about to do that.
I was about to do the same thing, you motherfucker.
Too slow, playboy. Too slow.
No, but no. So me and Wolfgang and his buddy Austin, who's a very chill guy, are all hanging after we went to a show and shit like that. And one of the dudes from South by Southwest, who I met in New York, is like hanging there. So I like reintroduced myself.
Is that a music fest too? It's like everything.
No, it's like, yeah, it's multiple shit. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal.
Just think of like June Jam, but like on a giant.
No, I know what it
level.
is, but it's music too.
Yeah, it's like June Jam, but Tito's knows what it is. Like it's crazy. So
It's
like,
Coachella for frat people. sometimes.
yeah, like, and so like I was sitting there talking with him and Wolfgang and Austin were gonna go to another bar afterwards, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go with you. And then I just got roped into this conversation. Austin comes up, and I'm just like, yo, I'll be right there. I'm like, if anything, you guys go to the next bar, and I'll just go meet you. I'm just like roped into this, and then I'm talking to the Mr. South by Southwest booker, and I feel my chair being lifted up. And who is it but Mr. Wolfgang deadlifting my chair in front of the South by Southwest booker, being like, when we go into this next bar, pussy. And I'm just can I introduce you to my friend real quick? And I'm just
That's awesome.
Dude, I rule.
You lightly ass loser. Someone deadlifted you in front of an important person. It was just like,
It doesn't even end there, dude. I was like, still had no idea who he was. I felt Tristan kind of freaking out a little bit, but I ignored it.
by the way, for your own personal
Before you
gains,
start, Daniel, how do you think you would have handled that? Because we say this all the time: 6-hour car ride, balls you can and cannot flick.
Okay, that being
If
said,
we did that to you,
that being said, if
in
Tristan
front of that guy,
if Tristan deadlifted me in a chair, I would slap Oprah. I'd be like, this nigga's on juice, clearly. There's no way this guy just deadlifted
yeah,
me.
dude. No, I mean, like, just from that perspective, I understand that. And I will
and
deadlift
then
you. in a
he
chair
had
one
this
day.
like lackey with him, and I was like hammered, so I'm like not like reading people and taking the situation
just
incorrectly.
Also, you're autistic, so you can.
So I can't.
Yeah.
never stood a chance. You can't win if you never played the game.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey, what's up? What's your name? And he's like, oh, my name is Wolfgang. He's like, oh, cool. Do people like ever call you like Wolf or anything? He's like, girls do sometimes. You can call me Gang if you want. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, well, cool black guys do it. I guess you're not one of them. He was a white guy. I was like, but like, I was like, yeah, I guess if you don't want to do the thing cool black guys do, I guess you're a fucking loser. and I just like sat back down next to you.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, it was crazy. The second you said that, I swear I made a promise in my head. I was like, this nigga goes by Gang now. That's the craziest. Does anyone actually call you Gang?
Yeah, people have called me Gang before.
And
That's
like,
tight.
hey yo, Gang, get over here.
Yeah.
Like in like a. That's tough.
I call him,
God, it's
I
tough.
Call me
call
Wolf.
him Wolfie.
Yeah.
That's stupid. You're dumb.
My girl
But
calls me Wolf.
Wolfie.
It's, isn't
what are you, a
isn't
fucking?
that isn't that wolf in German?
What?
Wolfie?
Wolfie?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that like hunter in German is Jaeger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. So Jägermeister?
Yeah, it's like the
is-
hunter master, like the master of the hunt. Meister is master. Jaeger's hunter.
I got a new drink, boys. I got a new drink. Master Hunter. That's fucking sick. I don't even like
Dude,
black
if
licorice,
there's
but I like the
if I
principle.
next time I come into town, if there's a Jaeger kegerator in the corner of this house, I expect Taylor to be gone.
That would be so sick,
What a
though.
hunt.
That's what I did at the creek when I did Cat Williams. I did like a shot of Jaeger and drank 2 tequila sodas, and then I just
I
went
think
up
I
there.
haven't drank Jaeger since I got my first roommate that I lived with. Now plays in the NFL and is like a very straight and narrow guy. Bro, I have a video of this kid up chucking nothing but like straight Jaeger, and it looks like he's like expelling Satan. It's just
Yeah.
it's like
It's like-
black. just-
it's bile.
Oh my god.
That's just, but it's good. It's like they give it to kids as medicine in Germany because it has like all these like herbal properties in it. that
and
are,
it
like-
makes you forget your problem.
Do you know what they give? Do you know what they give kids to like? They give them Hitler Youth like not too long ago. Like that Jägermeister is not one.
I'm not gonna
step.
lie to you. A nice like real strong comb over and a hatred of a certain group. I mean, it doesn't seem that incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, like it's unfortunate that the anti-Semitism overshadows the fact that they were
No.
kind of in their bag during
No.
that period.
But you know what I'm
Daniel,
talking-
how
I
do
think
you
this is either
constantly
like a-
defend Hitler?
No, not like that. I think this is like a Tom or he made the same point, but like, have you ever seen like an actually fucking very German nigga, like a very like like Drago or not Drago, like he's Russian, but like a Aryan strong jawline,
Yes.
light skin, blue
Aryan?
eyes, white hair. There's a soccer player right now who he's Swedish. He has like blonde hair and it's pulled
Erling
back.
Holland.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I understand kind of, he's wrong clearly, but I understand the same way when I look at Usain Bolt and you see a giant black man with abs and he looks like a Greek god and you're like, I can understand trying to take over the world to make everyone like that guy.
Yeah, like if you just modulated eugenics to be just like a hot people thing insteed of a racist thing, like it probably would have stuck around.
Oh,
Yo,
I'm
if
sorry.
eugenics started on Raya,
Yeah. If it was like if a white girl pitched eugenics, like I don't know, like I just like what if like guys like didn't look like
Yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone can run a sub-6 mile and type 2 diabetes is eradicated. That's my
like
fault.
Stacy,
I'm
what if
sorry.
every guy was
Sickle
6
cell
foot? What if
is
every guy was 6
insane.
foot?
Everyone's 6 foot. Every light bulb
You
is
can wear
attainable.
heels all the time.
I understand the point he was going for. It made if you take away the race and just make it a, I want the whole world to not have high blood pressure and everyone to have like
Yeah.
a solid mental state. I get it. I
Daniel
understand.
is voting for Black Hitler.
Well, people just don't like it when guys like cook. You know, that's why people are mad at Jonah Hill right now.
When guys cook.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I read those text messages. It's just like
I don't know why.
I've gotten those types of texts from girls all the time. Where you're like, don't talk to other girls. Don't like their pictures on Instagram. Like, and these are my rules. And if you don't want to be with me, you can go be with somebody else. Like, girls do that all the time, and it's literally fine. Like, go on. Like, I haven't been on dating apps in like 2 or 3 years, but when I was on them, like every other girl, because I was in a college town, would like have like a list of demands in their bio, like they were some kind of Bond villain.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Bond, you will be anti-racist, pro-Black Lives Matter, science is real, or I'm going to cut my own bangs. It's like, you were going to do that anyways. You were going to do that anyways. Why is that a threat?
Mr. Bond, you don't understand. I'm dangling you over a shark laser tank, but at the same time...
I will have sex with my friend you were afraid of.
Yeah. Have you watched the newest season of Euphoria? Oh, Lord, if you have not.
We will not be able to gossip and gab.
Yeah.
But it's because it's like he was mad that she was taking pictures in bikini pics, and girls are like very defensive over that, understandably so, because it's like it's a thing that girls understand why they do it and guys don't really get. We think it's because they're trying to attract other guys, and they're not. And it's like the guy equivalent is being racist online. Like, it's a thing guys do, and we understand why we do it, but girls are like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? It's like, what? I didn't mean it. It's like, did you mean to attract other guys when you were putting that bikini on and taking the picture on Instagram? No. Well, I didn't mean to say I was flying a plane into a synagogue. I just thought it would be funny when I was hanging out with my friends.
It's the dumbest shit ever because the way I look at it is like if a girl posts some shit on Instagram and it's like, all right, that's the stance you're taking. Well, then if I buy a girl a drink, because basically what you did, for all we know, you could have just bought a dude a nut. By you posting a bikini pic, you bought that nigga a nut.
Yeah, and they'd use that argument. It's like, you're not actually racist, but you could have inspired a racist person to think that thought. Or it's like, no. Like, that's like the thing is like guys are problematic online and girls are sluts online.
I don't know why, but just the fact, just the idea of inspiring a racist, where he's just living in this Rapunzel style clock tower, where he's just like he's sitting on a computer and he's
Rapunzel, roll down your R's.
yeah, he's like sitting there typing on a computer. He's like, I've got it, and then like turns around and starts like sketching this giant painting on like a huge canvas.
Dude, I have no doubt like some guy in like fucking Boston used a Bill Burr set for talking points and like it's some sort of argument.
Oh
that he
yeah.
said.
Definitely his whole like I've been inspired to like hit a lady by like a billboard or whatever 1000%.
Yeah, it's like guys don't understand it. Girls just like to feel like pretty, and it's not about necessarily attracting other guys. And girls don't understand it. Guys don't like hate groups of people. It's just fun to say bad things with your friends. It's so fun. They're like, why would you do that? It's not right to do that. I'm like, I'm just having fun with my friends.
So you think there really is a girl out there who, with all like innocence, is posting a bikini picture of her sitting on a floaty in like the sitting back on your haunches type thing, where you're like kind of like looking back towards the camera?
Oh yeah, sitting how nobody sits.
Earnestly, no. Nobody's ever doing anything for one reason.
Do you know what I mean? So like, all right.
I just thought it was funny to frame it.
So
that way.
this is real on topic before we talk about. Is Jonah Hill wrong or right for setting out
I mean, he just made the mistake of doing that with a younger girlfriend.
Can I make the point? This is the antithesis of Daniel, where he takes a bit and he's like, let's make this into knowledge, and he's just being like, yo, this is a funny bit where we're just like, this is the same way we view racism. And
yeah.
stuff like
So let's
that.
just.
And then you're just like, how are we gonna make this a scholarship?
I just think it's like he was too like old and not rich enough, and she was too young and hot for him to be like leveraging things like that. If he did that to a 35 to 38-year-old woman, she would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, clock's ticking on these girls, you know.
So that's just the way we're gonna have to have a conversation with our kids one day and be like, yeah, man, you can't get mad that Samantha has half her fucking areolas out on Instagram. She's an empowered woman.
I mean, there's women that don't do that, and you can go date them. It's just like you realize that, like, I guess it's like that if like you can't like find a girl and then be like, wow, dude, look at this picture of her on Instagram. Her tits are great. And then be mad when she keeps doing that. That's the reason why you came to her. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't
like,
be
look
mad
at
that
this
she's like, why is my girlfriend staying on brand right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Why is my OnlyFans
She's not in
girlfriend
a
still
burqa?
running?
What the fuck?
Shouldn't you be allowed to though? Because if I was single, I'd be taking shirtless.
Bro,
I'd be
I've
taking
tried
shirtless
to-
pictures and posting them all the time. And
I've tried to like subtly use like being a good boyfriend and like sex to convince so many women to convert with me to Islam. Be like, what if I just had like a couple wives? You know, like, and you were like in charge of them all. Like you were the boss of me and them, and they're also like your friends, but they have to do what you say. And it's like still a no. It's still a no. I'm like, gee, damn it.
Yeah. Oh, golly gee willikers.
No, but like, yeah, I mean, girls take hot pics, and it's just like it. Part of it's that yeah, they like to feel desired, but it's like it's multifaceted too, because it's like as much as women like to be desired, they get like if you just desire them, they get mad too. They'll be like I, you know, they want to be liked for their personality too, and like they'll literally say that, like, be like, I've dated girls where they're like, I know you like my butt, but like, what about my
Right.
personality?
do you think it's like a keeping up with the Joneses thing, where it's like,
I think it's they just want to feel like real people that are treated like, well. I think they just
Well,
don't
let's
wanna-
not get too crazy.
Yeah, I'm
all
sorry.
right?
Ugh, dude, sometimes you overcook it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We've let you cook for too long.
I know.
I like that. So is Jonah Hill right or wrong?
Dude, he wasn't wrong. He just didn't like have like any self-awareness to what he was, which is like a gross fat Jewish man. Like if Henry Cavill did that shit, absolutely.
There's
Dude,
like,
Armie
would've
Hammer
been
was
okay
trying
with
to eat people, and they were fine with it for the
For,
most
Yeah.
for a
part.
little bit, yeah. He just like hit a couple box office flops, and then they were like, okay, well now we have to say something.
Yeah.
But when he was cooking, when he did "Call Me by Your Name," that
I was about to say, call me by your name. More like, when is your next box office hit? Because listen, this Rolex is ticking, and I'm trying to get. You're either eating my box or eating my leg. I
Like,
don't.
think about when Johnny Depp, like, he ended up being exonerated. They both seemed like coked out crazy people, but like she was only able to get the public to turn against him when he stopped like being hot and he started looking like Steven Tyler. Like that's when she got him.
Yeah,
like,
when he was doing
The way to
Savage
not get
commercials.
canceled is to continue to be hot, because all creep
Thank you.
behavior is
Thank you.
confident male behavior
Yep.
that is being done by an ugly guy.
He,
Like I had a friend that was a
Fucking
dancer.
preach,
he was a
dog.
ballet dancer, and like he was skinny
Agreeing
as fuck.
with him is not.
He was skinny
good.
as fuck, dude. I don't care, dude. But he's skinny as fuck, and he was handsome. But then he like started drinking, put on weight, but he
Yep.
still hits on girls like a hot
and
guy.
you can't because you're a schlup now.
Yeah,
there's a certain luxury. It's the Delta Sky Lounge. If you're a fat sack, don't even breathe on the glass. You fucking
and you
dork.
can still be
But-
like a creep and be hot, like if you take it too far. But like
You have to
hot-
take it too far
but-
to be when you're
but
hot.
like hot guys can just go up to a girl at a bar and be like, I fucking love you.
A hot guy can literally say, "Let me smell you in the bathroom right now." And if you say it the correct way to the right girl, there's at least a 1% chance that's not creepy. A not hot guy, there's a 0% chance.
I just breathe that through like
That's
stall
why the
doors
most-
at a Love's gas station.
The most dangerous guy was like an ugly guy that became hot, because that's a good fucking listener. Dude, like I have a friend that's like he's like a virgin because he's like Christian, right? And he's just like, and I didn't know that, and I was like, yeah, he's just like, I just keep breaking up with these girls because I don't like them. He's like, why? He's like, well, they just keep trying to have sex with me, and like they won't wait till marriage. I'm like, why do they keep wanting having sex with you? He's like, I mean, I don't know, like I just like I don't even like try to attract them. I just go up and I like talk to them. He's like, so wait, you're just like listening to them and asking them questions, like. You idiot! You accidentally became so good at getting pussy. You stupid moron.
How did you fall ass backwards into this?
into this skill? You don't,
Yeah.
and you won't
Yeah.
even use it. That's crazy. He like accidentally became the best.
It's so
at
odd.
making girls like him.
It's so odd. I can just split this arrow effortlessly. It's just,
dude.
it's just so weird. I can't. I want to hit somewhere
It
else.
was weird. I could just dunk in the 8th grade. I was going for a layup, and
Bro,
I just
this
put
kid
it
has
behind.
good inset eyes and he knows emotional problem-solving solutions. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, most,
Yeah.
especially in New York, like if you can listen, because most girls just will go on dates with the finance guys and they'll just like talk at them. It's like ba 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 ba, and it's like if you can just listen.
You know what I think the move is, and not everyone can do this. I think the move You get you one young.
All right, this is bad.
No, but you're okay. Hold on, let me preface this. You get you one young while you're young. So like
16.
Sure, if you're 16. If you're 16, sure, you catch one 16. We have a buddy who did that. But I'm saying you catch one. He used to be on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you catch one at like 18, 19 when
I
you're
was
18,
about to say, I'm
19.
like, what is Brody up to?
No, we have an underage guy who met an underage girl. It's all on books. But you meet one.
I set him up.
You meet. Don't ask any further questions.
Yeah.
You find a nice girl.
Mhm.
You're like 18, you're like 19. You groom that girl. You never let her see.
Don't
The key is never
use
letting her see
that
another
word.
penis.
You
Listen.
can't use that word.
You
What?
can't. Yeah, you can't.
By the way,
use
grooming
bad words.
Grooming is completely okay if they're of age, because all grooming is being like, all right, I met you at a bar this weekend, bought you 3 drinks. I met you at the bar next weekend, got your number. I met you at the bar the
Yeah,
third
but,
weekend, and I
like,
fucked
that's
your
not
ass.
You
grooming,
can't.
that's
You still,
that's
like,
grooming.
if you use a word that's like contentious to make a good point, it's still gonna overshadow the good point. Like if I was like, yeah, the police are killing a bunch of poops, like unjustified. That would be like,
No,
that would be
I see
bad.
what you're saying. It can go both ways though. Like you can be like, oh, I was sexually assaulted, but I kind of liked it. Like if you're like some girl, if you woke up, you fell asleep at a party, and you woke up. Hold on, you fell asleep at a party. Hold on, what I'm saying makes sense.
You even lost Wolfgang
No,
on
shut
this
up.
one.
Shut up. I know. I'll bring it back. You fell asleep at a party. You fell asleep at a party.
Dude, we
You-
just did a
shut
Patreon.
Up, shut up. Let me bring it back.
Oh my god.
You fell asleep at a party. You wake up, a girl's slobbing your knob. Technically, by definition, that is SA.
You know what's funny?
But you like it, so on paper, you got sexually assaulted, but you liked it. In that context, no one's at fault.
Yeah,
that being
that's
said,
correct.
That being said, I would be so scared.
No, I'm
If
saying-
I-
You're not.
I've had sex forced on me by women, and it was like I unfortunately was very into that. But I don't think most people are. I think that's a weird thing about me.
If you want to get down by definition, that exact scenario that I just said happened to me probably 3 weeks ago. By definition, in the new school shit we live in, I had
Taylor,
hold on,
right?
I'll watch this. When I was playing in college, we had, because when you play it on a football team, you have fools come in. The only people that fucking sexually assault more than frats are football players. So you get motherfuckers brought in monthly to read you the rules on like what technical sexual assault is, what's not, what's this, what's good, what's not. There's so many cases of husbands sexually assaulting their wives. It's nuts.
Oh yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
that's a huge thing. It's not good. It's a fucking
by
huge
definition,
thing.
I was sexually assaulted 7 nights ago, and I woke up like, what the? Okay. And slid right into it.
Dude,
What I'm saying is not
dude,
wrong.
Taylor's prolific. She needs to be stopped. I'm starting it now. Listen.
Where does she work?
She just listen. We're taking it down, dude. You thought you're going to New York? Well, guess what? The Huffington
Bye-bye.
Post has something to say about that.
This is equality, motherfucker.
yeah. Guess
The
what?
Huffington Post.
Yeah, the other side of this coin is sharp.
I think what makes it hot is because it's like when like a guy is forcing himself on a girl, she really, unless she's just like a built sweet, she can't stop it. But like if my like girlfriend forces herself on me, which I love her, like I still can be like, oh, I can just kill her.
Yeah, like, I'll fuck you up if I don't like. They don't
Yeah.
have that. Okay, here we go.
That's
This
where
is,
it is there's a physicality difference.
You guys are gonna. This is not.
Yeah,
So
we're
that's
different
probably,
people,
if you clip
and
this,
we're
this is
leaving it
probably
on
the
that,
part.
and we're leaving it on that,
Daniel
and we're
looks like he's
leaving
about to
it
make
on
a point.
Daniel because you're about to go off, and I don't want to fucking hear it. I
don't
don't
wanna
want to
It's
hear
funny
it.
though.
I'm
The
not
two
saying
clips I've
anything.
watched of you guys' podcast that went viral, it seems like you like if I were to line you two up and it's like, all right, who has the takes that are like
The
kind
most
of rapey
controversial?
and controversial? I'd be like, Tristan. Tristan.
No,
Immediately.
It's
That's
great.
honestly
Do you want to
like-
know why those clips blow up? Because they're the funny ones.
Yeah.
And so
By the
when
way,
Daniel
by
is
the-
just like, trans people should be put in the incinerator,
Just so you know,
and I'm just like,
My
all
job-
right, cool, let's
my
work
job
off
literally,
this.
my job literally is. It's called the straight man. I'm a decent one of those. I pitch the premise. You tag it up. That's our
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah,
Find
but not
Bamboo, mon-
Better
bamboo mon-
premises.
bamboo monkeys, and everything else. From
That was
then
all
on,
me.
I pitched it. I pitched.
You didn't
pitched it.
pitch Bamboo Monkeys. That was
He
all
did.
me. That was all me.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You said you want to hear
Watch
some?
the
You want to hear
clip.
some racist?
1 million people have. Watch
Oh
it.
no, wait. I was just the black guy that allowed that clip to be posted.
Yeah, you side in black and it won.
I sided
But
black.
technically, ownership of that bit is part of reparations, dude. So I don't.
If I
That
didn't
is true.
if I didn't sign in black, there's a hot chance that Instagram was like, "This is incorrect.
This is
This is wrong."
impossible.
Yeah, dude. Dude. Every they look at what happened to Come Town with Stavlef. It stopped being funny.
'Cause the other two guys aren't that.
Well, yeah, and now they're doing a different thing, which is different. Like I don't compare those. We're not going to talk about that show on this podcast, dude. That's a lame thing to do.
Yeah,
but like
please
they are
don't.
two different things, and I think they're both great. And I've met the people on them, and they're cool people.
Yeah. Can I, may I say my homeless scuffle?
Yes.
So, we were just in Austin, me and Wolfgang. Me and Wolfgang were in Austin. And, so, we smoke weed in the morning. You wake up, you smoke weed and stuff like that. Good way to start the day.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, I
You
was
can't
really trying
disagree.
to disagree with you. Yes, keep going.
Yeah, good way to start the day. So I go downstairs, I'm smoking weed, I'm just like talking to Haley on the phone, and I see this homeless guy pass me. Which like the homeless guys like from New York to Austin are just different fucking things, dude. Like the homeless in New York are just like, hey, they seem like tamer, but like the heat's got them like riled up in Austin, bro.
Do they have different drugs?
Yeah, they're methamphetamines down south, and then up north in like the coast, it's like perks and downers. It's like heroin and things like that.
Okay, so
too.
they're opioids down there, and you guys are doing speed in Austin. Motherfuckers are moving.
Yeah, people were doing like, dude,
they're
were
28 days later, homeless people.
yeah, for real. Just like
That's not what you want.
they look like they're like homeless people like adjacent to an explosion.
Good.
Like just like sitting there just like walking out of smoke being like, "Oh my god."
Just
And
ears ringing constantly.
yeah, pretty
They do
much.
not
Just
take
ground
no for an
zero
answer.
homeless people.
Yeah, just straight up.
Yeah,
just
dude.
Normandy homeless. Yeah. And so like I'm
What's up, smooth skin?
Yeah, no, so I'm sitting there and I'm fucking smoking, talking to Haley on the phone. And I see this homeless guy just pass me on the corner and he has his arm cocked like a Popeye villain. And he's just like sitting there just like yaggada, 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 doing
Like
this.
he's lighting up a power punch.
Oh yeah, absolute power
Just like a
punch.
Tom and Jerry cartoon. Like,
Yeah. He was gonna hit me with one of these and then
Yeah,
pop
dude.
me in the nose. Yeah, he just like, you looking over here, you looking over
He's-
here, I'm over here. How about that?
He's channeling a spirit bomb from all the other homeless people.
Yeah.
It's like, give me your energy and also some of that meth, baby.
Yeah, some of that
sweet.
some of that good stuff.
That good.
That sweet good thing. No, so I'm sitting there smoking and I see this guy. I'm like, that's wacky. And then I like kind of like turn and I see him come back in my periphery and I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep an eye on this guy. And then just he's halfway through the crosswalk and then just 180 banks. Just looks directly at me and just starts running at me with his fist up, like straight up. And I just turn around. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. And he's like, Ray. And I'm just like, dude, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are you? I'm like, dude, no, I'm not. I'm like, dude, you're not the one. You're not running up on me. You're not fucking doing that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, and he's just like,
He's making Miss Foul noises.
he's like speaking to me in like a dark crystal language.
Yeah, dude.
A dude's doing alchemy on 6th Street, and you're just running away.
Yeah.
I mean, the dudes out there will not take no for an answer. They'll be like, excuse me, man, can I just get like $1 from you? And you're like, nah, I don't got a fucking dollar. Nah, man, I know you got something. I just need cigarettes, man. I ain't even trying to get money right now. I just woke up.
Yeah, this fucking idiot. So it's fucking 6. We're going to a show and we're waiting for an Uber outside of our hotel. That same dialogue happens. He's like, I just woke up. Wolfgang goes, oh, good morning.
Late start, Buster, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, you're not really getting after it, huh? Working the night shift tonight.
Yeah.
Early bird did not get the worm that day.
Yeah.
Somebody has not been reading Evan Goggins.
Yeah.
What are you, homelessing 3rd shift?
Yeah. Dude, it literally
Fucking
is.
D3 homeless guys out here.
Yeah.
You ain't never gonna get no scholarship, boy.
Yeah. You on the bench. No, dude,
Division
it's
3, 6th Street's finest. That's a real deep cut. No one's gonna get that. Sorry, it's an Andy Dick movie. Keep going.
literally it's off of 6th Street. So it's
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far from that. Like, dude, some guy, like, while we were waiting to go up in, like, the mothership, fucking some dude got arrested for fighting the audience. And, like, literally just went up to the because the audience lines up beside the comedy mothership just to get in and shit. It's weird.
Nightly?
And,
Dude,
yes.
Rogan's gonna start getting armed guards soon. There, I bet he's gonna start getting like dudes with AR-15.
He's
kind
got
of
'em,
wait.
dude.
Does he?
Like the
I
dudes,
mean,
the dudes that have open carry inside the Latino clubs, dude.
he for sure. Does
Those
he
guys
get?
are so tight.
You think he
Those
gets
are sick.
escorted like by niggas with at least a pistol? Like you think there's a pistol by him at all times?
I mean, he has a crew, from what it seems like, because he has like that level of like that dude can like it's like a spell has been cast, and like he can't be outside for more than like a couple minutes because everybody recognizes him as like gonna come
Without
after him.
it, well, he's in like a
Yeah, you like
tippy
that
top A-list.
yeah, like that
celebrity.
episode where everybody's trying to fuck Morty, and like they have to just
Yes.
keep flying away. Like that's
like
his
that?
life. Yeah, because it's like
Fuck.
I mean, from people I know that have hung out with him, it's like. Yeah, like you can literally be in a place for an hour, and then like eventually it starts with like a one or two, like Rogan.
Last time he
Rogan."
came down here, that shit spread like wildfire.
Yeah, dude, I was
Like
in the
wildfire.
I was in the green room and like talked to him and hung out with him and shit. And the literally first person who comes in is two bodyguards. Like it's two bodyguards. They come in, just kind of pivot on the sides of the like door, and then just like fucking Rogan and Hinchcliffe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he don't got like just normal like some ex like fucking
It's not
black
even-
guys.
yeah.
He has like Green Beret,
Yeah, he
Navy
does, like-
SEAL.
Yeah, you're Ubering everywhere. Like you, it's crazy that like a guy has to just get like world famous to feel like what a woman feels like walking around at
just being
bars.
desired
where
as a,
it's just
a
like
short Boston bald man.
yeah, where it's like you just like I got to Uber. I can't walk out at night if they're just gonna get me.
Would you
Yeah.
ever want that? Because obviously we're all chasing some level of notoriety.
no.
Would you ever want?
like a Mac DeMarco level of fame where like your people ride with you, but like your fans are also chill-ish.
So,
But you can go out to the store.
because there's a level of comic that clears $1 million a year. Nobody knows who they are except for their very niche fan base, and they live life.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, there's plenty of ways to just make like a full time. Because like, if you can like sell out a club, you're keeping 100% of the door because you get that door deal. You're making like 60 to 80 grand in that weekend.
Dude, you're
And you 42 weeks out of the year run the road, dude. You're like making upwards of $2 million before tax, and you can just chill.
That's what I'm saying. You're netting $1 million a year. You can walk around the mall. You can go, to fucking the movies, the this, that, and
But-
you might get the ideal is
But that's why I don't understand why those guys moved to Austin. Because it's like, all right, like, yeah, you don't have to always worry about orcs, dude, swarming you and bothering you. But now you just moved to fucking Mordor, dude. You're in their fucking,
the eyes just
homeland.
staring at you. Yeah.
I see you.
Just like fucking.
Is that you think now that you
Frodo,
guys have,
turn the come down off. They can see us.
yeah.
now that you guys have seen it, is that the new in 10 years? That's going to be the spot.
No. There's not enough diversity of thought there. Everybody has the same heroes. Like, there's going to be the guys that are big that live out of there, and the shows will be great, but they're not going to be involved in the local scene. It's going to be like a segregated class thing. There's going to be like the open mic bar shows and bullshit, and then there's going to be the people that are made. But like the people that are there, they just all like the same things, and it's my favorite kind of humor. But it's at varying degrees of like cringe to like, all right, that's okay and that's really good.
Yeah, dude. Like literally, we had to pretty much save a show while we were there, just because like the first 4 guys just went up, just like you said it on stage, just opened with race, and then just they're like, "Oh, so you guys are lame?"
And stupid and dumb. What are you guys, a bunch of retards?
Yeah.
What a bunch of retards. Boop boop boop. Just literally going after every topic, and then it's just like. There's like you didn't start here. There was like a world where you had palatable jokes. Do those ones, or just like do like organic crowd work. These guys are just like everybody's like trying to be fucking Mullen and Gillis, and it's just like they don't know how to do it too. So it's just annoying to watch.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I would love to see like the kind of like, if there is a slight diversifying of people out there where it's just like a Brooklyn
Well,
scene
like,
started.
If you look at that guy that like Cam that just blew up, he's hilarious, but he's also the only guy in town really doing real black comedy.
yeah,
He concerns me just a little bit because I saw that.
he's a really funny guy. He's
Clearly,
really
I saw
nice.
no, not in like a he's not a funny way. I saw the clearly I'm not retarded, but I got rocks, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like the way people laugh at him. It sucks.
Oh,
He
you
should
should
be
be like
lit-
minstrelly. No, but I've seen him do a full
God
set, man.
damn it, it blows.
I've seen him do a full set, dude. It's kind of cool. Like he has like the same cadence as like DaBaby, and he's very like good at
Bro,
working
because
the room.
I've played with, in my opinion, the funniest people in the world don't do stand up. Like I played in locker rooms with some of bro, the funniest motherfuckers in the world. They're just hood black dudes that just have a different sense of humor. And I've seen it before when we go to the academic office and they crack some weird same shit. We're talking about I like rocks and shit though, you know. Like they're not even laughing at the content of what they say. It's the way they said it, and it's just the normal way that like not even he talks. A whole part of the fucking chocolate country talk.
Yeah, but he like
blows.
he could take that to a black room though and still like kill.
No,
like,
it would crush. But if
because he's just a hilarious guy.
Hans Kim could have came out and said the same thing. I'm not retarded, but I like just the words itself are hilarious. But I'm like, I don't know if everyone in Austin was laughing the way they should have been laughing at his fucking.
But that's like you can't fucking worry about that because it's like you just got to put shit out and like once it's out, you don't control how people intake it.
I guess that's maybe just me as like a mixed chocolate bro because I do speak Caucasian and whatever,
Yeah,
but
dude,
I
you
have
can code switch, dude.
yeah, but I've seen bros get laughed at like that, and he's probably not. He's very funny, but like it blows. You're like,
I mean,
"Aw,
dude, that's how I
man."
get when I see like Indian guys, and I'm like, oh, you got to do like black scent to make fucking white people like you. You can't just be Pranesh.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, it's fucking man. You would like to think that the sad reality is, I was like, you're not gonna make. If you want to be a stadium guy, there is no black stadium guy.
Well, that's
Kevin Hart.
incorrect. Cat
No.
Williams. Cat Williams was.
I'll give you
guy.
that's the closest one.
No, he was doing like 20,000. He was doing arenas, bro.
No. Like when I say black stadium guy, like obviously like Kevin Hart's a stadium guy. I'm saying like if there's 20,000 people in the stadium, at least 17,000 of them are chocolate. No chance. There's never been a.
Yeah, it's Cat Williams.
I love you. I watched every single one of his arena specials. There's no chance that the vast majority is we don't have. If you want to make
I mean,
it,
we just straight up don't got the numbers. We can't.
no.
produce
That's
that bad.
that's what I'm saying. If you want to make it that level, there's never been in like the
Wait,
world.
are you saying that there's in a Cat Williams like special? There's like more white people than black people, or more black people than white people?
I'm saying it's not 51-50. There's just not enough chocolate people to fill a
It's
20.
51-49.
Oh yeah, 51-49. There's not enough chocolate people in one area to fill a 20. Even in Tampa, or you're in Fort Lauderdale.
51-50 is when
I
you
don't
get
know,
taken
man.
by your will.
yeah.
I've
in
yeah.
California
vehemently-
because you're having a mental
I lived
crisis.
in North Carolina. I disagree. I think there's less black people out here in this part of the country, so it's like there's that perception of it. But dude, like
Oh, there you
the,
think
the
so?
fucking even at the comedy club that we would do, like Good Nights, that comedy club was like stand up comedy club biracial, dude. Because one week it would be like some late night comic, and it would get like maybe like 30 seats filled in the room.
Yeah.
And then every other week it was like a Def Jam Comic View legend. Even some of the guys that like regular white people hadn't heard of. And dude, like black people like will come out in swarms to see those guys. They sold out every show.
Yeah.
And then like they would have to go watch the local show if they wanted to still watch comedy and they couldn't get tickets. And the local shows was just a bunch of like white dorks. So it's the opposite of what they wanted. And those guys would
Really?
bomb so bad because it would be like a legitimate black room up there because those people got spillover tickets. And they just couldn't do comedy for them. And those guys they would heckle the fuck out of you if you sucked. But it's just like that's how it is. It's like a friend of mine, JD Etheridge. He's like a very good comic out of North Carolina. He explained it to me. He's like, you like he was because we were doing black rooms together. He's like, you get to like learn how to do black rooms. He's like, I have to do black rooms because it's like you can be a guy that wins over white people and that's your audience. But if you're famous and black people will show up to like litmus test your blackness and see if you're real or not.
Buddy, yeah. The craziest, the alternative of that, I saw Gary Owens. I went to 2 different shows at Stand Up Live. Bro,
Gary Owens is
Gary
blacker
Owens.
than you.
No, I've seen him break character, dude.
No, it's a thing, by the way. And I hate when you say that because no, he'll never be fucking dark mocha with dreadlocks. So he's not. But yes, does
I
he
don't
talk
know.
kind of chocolate and his wife's
I
black?
don't know.
Yes.
Well, they
he is.
divorced, dude.
Wait, his ex-wife? Yeah.
Did they?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Dude,
But
he was
yeah,
a road dog.
It's a
Bro, down.
it can cut off. Code switching's fine when you're chocolate for some reason because you're like.
I have a story
guess.
about Gary, dude.
Did he code switch in a bad way?
He was like doing that thing where he's working on an hour and like he runs his shows the same way black comics do, where it's like, get me the corniest white boy to open imaginable. So my friend opens for him, right? And I go to watch, and my friend like hosts the thing and all that, and like Gary's doing his hour, but he only does 45 because he's still building the hour. So he does that trick that a lot of headliners do that are famous when they're working on a new hour. He's like, all right, we will do it. Like, I'm just going to do a Q&A. If y'all want to ask me any questions, last 15 minutes, I'll address them. You know, like Norman does that shit too. He's working on an hour. And he starts doing it, and people are like, oh, how's your cousin Ray Ray? He's like, oh, my cousin Ray Ray, he's all good and shit. And like one guy hits him with a serious question in the middle, And he's like, "Hey man, so like, what happened with your TV show?" And then he like immediately like, "Well, you know, entertainment's a very complicated and intricate
He
business."
broke into agent speak.
And people were like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, "But my cousin Ray," he went back into it so quick. But there was a split second where he realized like, "Fuck." Like, you know when I stopped doing Cat at the Creek and I started doing my real voice, and that's when people started having the confidence to heckle me.
Yeah.
It's that, because it's like because just, I mean, the way black people in America speak is effectively the funniest way of talking, and it commands so much authority in a room that it's like, when you juxtapose it to like, well, entertainment's a very nuanced thing. It's just like,
you black and white cookie it, they go, oh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, the spell is literally broken.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe he just broke it down exactly, because that's, we'll break the fourth wall. I fail miserably. The only thing worse than being a corny white dude at a black comedy show is being a non-believable black guy. And God damn it.
I'm a more believable black guy in most rooms that you do.
Until I open my mouth, I'm it's not even believable. It's more they want to know that you have the same struggle. And the second I open my mouth, it takes that away.
You're like white mom, and everyone's like, "Bah!"
Well, that's kind of American blacks' whole identity is like our struggle that we came out of, and we like, and I got out of it faster because my mom's white and fucked, like, and they even look down on black dudes that fuck white ladies. I got out of it because my black dad fucked a white Jewish lady, and now I can fuck, So that makes so much sense. The second that
you'll have a son that looks like me.
Oh, I have jokes about it. But yeah, I want a kid that can say nigga without people feeling weird. It's like I'm petrified in a good way because you're good looking, but it's just your melanin. Petrified of a kid that looks like you, where he has to like explain the fact that
I had the opposite. I like used to date a black girl, and I was like, yeah, I was worried we'd have kids because like my son will like one day he's gonna call me the N-word, and I have to clean his room.
Yeah.
Like, wait till your mom gets home. I'm gonna tell her what you said, but in the meantime, I'm gonna tuck these corners in.
See, if my son says the N-word, I gotta ground him for 2 weeks, and that's the thing that I'm not prepared to
just
do.
like walking by and your son's bouncing a nickel off the sheets, being like, "This ain't good," and you're just like, "Listen, I'm sorry.
I'll get your allowance to you next week. Work's been hard."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you want my watch?
Is that something you ever think about? Like in a perfect world, if you like, you find some like a nice Indian chick and you have a very brown child.
I mean, I've like.
He can hit you with like, you ain't even about the culture, Dad. Shut the hell up.
Literally, dude, I'm just about that ass, dude. I just like big butts. I don't know what to tell you, man. I've dated around. I've never had like a particular racial type. It's literally just like, if it's ever a racial thing, it's just like, it doesn't matter what race she is, but the race of the butt has to be black.
That makes so much sense. Wait, hold on. So as an ethnic bro, because like most ethnic bros, I feel like at least some degree they got in the back of their head, it'd make my grandma happy, it'd make my mom happy if I pulled nowhere do you got like let me find a nice New Delhi girl? Nowhere.
I mean, like, I've been with Indian girls before, like, loosely, but like they just never really vibed with me. And a lot of them are either like, some of them, I don't know, it's just like, I also like don't, when I date like a black or a Latina girl, like we're both like ethnic, but like they're able to like, we're drawing from different cultures.
Right.
But when I don't want to date a girl that can G-check me, because like the Indian thing's like my ace in the hole when like white people are beating me in an argument, And if I lose that in a relationship.
Fuck, I love that. I've never been able to articulate that until right there. Yeah, it's like
so much
I kind
leverage.
of need that.
But Indian women are beautiful. I got like asked to. I'm like, the last two girls I've dated have been white. Actually, that's not true. No, it's never mind. That's not true. But the one I'm dating currently is
Caucasian. You got you a nice choice cut.
She's like nice to me. She's hot and she's like funny and she laughs at me doing problematic things. It's like it's rare.
Honestly, that's someone pointed out. One of my comic buddies, we drove to Flagstaff last week. He pointed out the type of like different life that I live. He was like, I'm just out here trying to find a nice girl. I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's that hard. I got one. He's like, bro, she packed your bag for you, packed you food to write up. You took a dab hit the size of my head, kissed her goodbye,
You have
and then
a mom,
drove up.
dude.
Yeah, he was like, that's not like that's crazy that's a thing that happens. Like that's not normal shit.
Yeah, you find people that love and accept it. That's all you gotta have. But like, I mean, shit, dude. Like,
A comic's wife is fucking. That's a tough.
That's
a
a
tough job,
fucking
bro.
that's the wife of a soldier. Like you expect it, he's just gonna come back with just like a helmet
yeah.
in a wheat field, just being like, he got head in Omaha, didn't he? And just being like, unfortunately, and she's like,
From a
She gets
it was a hail of arrows that was white girls' mouths.
instead of like the flag, it's just like the poster from the promo.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like sending a girl off weekly? Where you're just like, hey, like I know you're gonna go out 3-4 days. You're gonna wear some the equivalent to like we're funny. Every girl that's in their top 3.
Yeah, but
being
girls don't fuck the way guys fuck, and women can get fucked mostly whenever they want to. So it's not like that. That's not what's like. They're not tempted on the road the way guys are tempted on the road. That's not saying that they still can't cheat, but their thing is
Yeah.
mainly like if they like got a guy that like had met him after the bar with like when they headline and they're just talking to him and he's like earnestly asking questions about her act and like when the special's gonna come out and things like that. Then she might cheat on you because she's like, wow, he's very intrigued in like my career. He's invested
He
in
has
it.
3 questions.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
And that's what it will be. It's like women just want to feel like that they're respected, and guys just want to feel like they have permission to disrespect. It's like this weird inverse thing.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a dark ass way to look at it, but I don't think you're wrong. I think I like a nice little.
Noticing it is how you work on yourself, kind of. Like it's just like, all right, yeah, like that's a part of me that's shitty. I'm just gonna fucking not do that, and I'm gonna be a good boyfriend.
This thing is introspective too. How'd you meet him?
He's a good guy.
Just look at inside.
Doing Cat Williams voices in an In and Out.
Yeah.
Literally,
That's
how I
we
met him.
That is how we met.
Looking inside, bro. Taking a look inside yourself. All right, let's get to the little Patreon names. Let's get about here.
I have to piss so bad.
Well, hold on for about 3-4 minutes. Let's see if Wolfgang likes the Patreon
I
names we
must
got.
piss.
Oh my god, guys, I have to pee so bad.
Oh my god, I'm just so full of piss.
Oh god, if only there was a bottle or an open mouth or something I could pee into.
If only there was a gaping wound I could piss into.
All right, we got here. I'll go the first 2. You go the second 2, and then we'll let Wolfgang read Carl's and Trevin's. We'll call it a day.
All right.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Coming in number 1, it's Michael Wellwood, and I mean that's the opposite of Sickwood, if you ask me. Femboy, bussy tighter than DBG's jeans, and I wish I wasn't wearing my super skinny jeans right now.
You are.
Fuck off.
You are, dude.
Yeah.
I see all of it.
Suck my ass. Sorry, we can't all be trendy guys who wear weirdly out of fashion baggy jeans. It's not my fault.
We're both wearing regular jeans.
I just shop at Old Navy. I'm not making. I have tight jeans like that though.
No,
too.
yeah, I'm not talking shit about you. I'm talking shit about the weird fucking
These are Banana Republic.
non-denim capris you have on.
These are Banana Republic.
It's not the brand. You're such a brand guy. Like I remember, like a couple of months ago, there was like Haley bought you a parachute pair of pants and Nikes. You're like, yeah, but Nikes. I'm like, but
They're nice
They're
pants.
MC Hammer pants.
They're nice pants. I like those pants. Anywho, the person who paid for those pants are also a Patreon. Hello, Haley. Very nice to be here. XX Cumtrap XX Hee Hee Rar. Thank you, Hayden. Billy Silver, straight playing those tunes.
Young Bills.
Young Billy Strings.
Antonio Ramos hanging out for the diversity inclusion. Russell Hand, the wifey, and here we go. Wolfgang, we need you to read the one that starts with Carl because this is a guy that
Carl?
changes it weekly and it's great.
Oh, Carl, my hairline is disappearing like Palestine's borders. Goldthorpe. Mashallah, brother. Israel shall prevail. I want a career in entertainment, so I'm glad Palestine's gone. And then Alan Young and
Here we go. And down the very bottom, this is the boy. Wait till you see Trevin's. I don't think he changed it since last one.
Christopher Hashem Williams.
No, is that the where's Trevin's at? Go down. Yeah, here we
Hashem,
go.
that's like Yiddish.
Pull up the whole thing so we can read it because I want to see what you think about it, and then we'll kind of explain the backstory. Here, read this right here, Wolfgang.
That one Vlastik pickle Daniel never called back. You know what you did to the kids. Want to see you. God, like the way they write their screen names, like it's giving me dyslexia.
It's fucking great, dude. All right, here we go. Tell me if this is like a valid. Are you a weird masturbator?
I'm a weird like ejaculator. Like I can't come standing up.
I can't come unless it's in a Bible.
Agreed. Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about like personal time. Have you ever put your dick in something weird?
Personal time.
Personal time. Okay, agreed. Okay, but I'm talking about like personal time. Have you ever put your dick in something weird? Personal time. Okay, but I'm talking about like personal time. Have you ever put your dick in something weird? Personal time. Okay, agreed. Okay, but I'm talking about like personal time. Have you ever put your dick in something weird?
No, actually, I've rubbed it on like furniture.
That counts. Okay, so
Like
That
I
counts
used to-
because you just want to be right.
yeah, that counts. So he's weird too. So I used to fuck.
Yeah, we're not alone. I fuck pickles.
yeah, all mixed race people fuck weird. You guys heard it first.
Yeah.
No, it's-
On Final Stop.
I mean, it's literally the most Jewish thing I've ever done. When I was like 12 or 13, I used to take a Vlasic pickle.
Yeah.
Okay, like they're big. Okay, it's a huge, giant, like Renaissance
Okay,
fair.
relax.
All right, I was about to say. I'm like,
Fucking
is it one
relax.
per jar? You fucking asshole! Like, what are you talking about? I've seen pickles.
It's a colossal Vlasic pickle, and
Yeah.
I would take
You
and I
have to
would
break the glass to get it out.
Yeah.
It just
and
won't even
you'd
come
take
in.
it out and you would deep throat it.
And yeah,
It's-
double.
Oh, no, I would take it and I would cut like the very top off, like just like the very like minimum where it rounds.
Circumcised, yeah.
Yeah, because I need the whole surface area, and then I would hollow it out, usually with my tongue for like the first little part, and then I'd get a spoon and hollow out the rest. But here's the kicker: then I would take a paper towel because you don't want to get acidic acid in your urethra. So I'd put it down in the bottom, and then
Musket loading a pickle.
Yeah, like I feel like that's
I'd
so
fuck
much
the
work.
shit
My
out of a
dick wouldn't be
Vlasic.
hard by the time I finish. I'd be like, oh yeah, I guess this is part
Yeah,
where I'm
wow, I
supposed
just
to
ate a whole
come.
pickle.
I guess I'm supposed to bust now.
Yeah, the best I'm supposed to come, except for that's like something you like have. So like when you get a sandwich at a like place and it comes with the pickle spear on the side, do you get hard?
But I mean, I'll extend this to you, Daniel. That kind of like behavior and ingenuity is how we got to the moon. Like that, legitimately, like technology started with like guys figuring out what they can fuck, and then it turned in eventually at some point into rocket science.
I believe in that.
So you have the spirit of imagination.
Yeah, listen,
and
if you come in
creativity.
enough pickles, you will hit the Higgs boson collider. You will reach that level of great mind.
If you leave enough monkeys and pickles in one room, will they eventually come up with the Da Vinci Code? I don't know,
but there's a
mate.
lot of cum. There's a lot of cum in that room.
There's a lot of cum, and two monkeys got fucked to death
Yeah.
by the other monkeys.
Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, hey, that's all we got for you. Thank you for watching. This is another episode of The Final Stop.
Yeah.
This will be out soon. We'll be Don't Tell this weekend if it's not sold out already. Come see all the boys.
Don't tell comedy. And if you're in, can I plug some dates?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, if you're in Minneapolis the first week of August, bear with me while I pull out these dates. Shit, dude, I'm fucking
Go
super
see Wolfgang
unprepared.
wherever he's at. Very funny. Good meeting the homie, bro. Kid with the voices, not bad.
All right, dudes, I got it pulled up. So 8-2, I'm going to try to be doing. I might be. I don't know. My confidence is shaken with like mics where I know the door guys, but I'm going to be at Acme Comedy Club trying to do the mic there. But in terms of shows, I'm going to be closing out at Sisyphus on August the 3rd in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis on August the 4th, I'll be being a Don't Tell show. On August the 5th, I'll be doing another Don't Tell show. And on August the 6th, I will be doing Sisyphus Comedy Club again. So.
Not
Try-
bad.
If you are currently in the New York City area, please go to Desert Dogs on July 30th. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got Michael Longfellow, Ricky Velez, Julio, a bunch of people from New York City.
Hey,
and also,
Wolfgang? I'm fucking with you.
how dare
Where's it going to be, though?
It's going to be at the Stand, top room, 9 p.m.
Stand, upstairs room.
Very first one.
You know, they fixed a lot of the shit with that, though. Like,
I
it's
know.
a better room to do now.
Yeah, it's the sound is
Because
better.
they used to have it as like a pane glass window,
yeah.
and you could just see the show going on. And like, it would
Oh,
be,
they got rid of that?
they blacked it out with some blackout curtains.
Oh, okay. Did they at least like move? Like, are you still walking, like entering into the showroom in
From
front
the
of the
side?
stage?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the way the room is built.
No, I know,
they can't
yeah.
tear down a skyscraper.
No, I know. But I didn't. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, that part still is like, yeah, that's how it is. But, like, they've made vast improvements. The acoustics are better. And also, you know, our fucking friends are going to be there, dude.
Yeah, me, Peter James Fowler.
Yeah, dude.
Charles
The homies Peter and
Engel.
fucking
And
Trev-
also,
Kirsten.
this is coming out probably this week. So come to Don't Tell this weekend. I'm going to be headlining. Wolfgang is going to be on the show as well, doing his little goofy comedy stuff, talking about Joe Biden or whatever he does. It's going to be a fun time. But
Yeah.
regardless, thank you for listening, Daniel.
DBG and Friends, August 1st. House comedy. Anything else?
Go to my Don't Tell shows. Go.
There you go. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Join the Patreon. Tell a friend about the cast. See you later.
Join the Patreon. Get these boys out of the workforce, dude.
I got to piss.